Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gillis the Kid, and this time we're going to be talking about the Microsoft Surface Duo. This device was released back in September of 2020 during the pandemic for $1,400. This is the Glacier color. It's the only color that it came in. We're going to be talking a little bit about it, so let's get into it. So this is the box. This is what it comes in. You can see it says Microsoft Surface Duo here. Okay, and then we're going to take a look at the device. It's pretty slim. This is the hinge. It looks just like a book. You can see how slim the device is. It's very lightweight when you hold it in your hand. It's about the size of a passport. I don't know if you remember like when the BlackBerry Passport came out. Well, this is about the same size. You have Microsoft's logo right there on the front. And then when you open it, it opens just like a book. And it's running Android. We're gonna go into the settings in a little bit and check everything out. So you have two displays. It's a 5.6-inch display, so you have one on the left and the right. And when you measure it open, it's a 8.1 full display. It's AMOLED. You have a 3577 milliamp dual battery system. So 3577, that's on par with the Z Flip that just was released. So that's not bad. It doesn't have a bad battery. And then in the box, you also get this 18-watt power brick here, Type C. That comes in the box. It does have a C-to-C cable. And now we're going to take a look at the camera here. Let's see. This is the camera settings. Oh, it's not bad. This is the photo. Sorry, I haven't shaved, so it's got a front-facing camera here. You got the speaker grill, LED flash. You have portrait mode and panorama. So let's look into the settings. Okay. You have HDR photo. You can click that on and off. This is the video. So by default, it's on 1080p and 60 frames per second. You can also put it on 4K at 60 frames per second. Yeah, I mean, looks really nice. It's not a bad camera at all. And let's open up two different. Okay, so we have Microsoft Edge here. This is our conversations. That's how it looks. You can even turn it this way. It looks like a mini laptop, so you know you can type. You can fold it backwards. So if you want, you can have like your text messages on this side, and then you can tap it. You can have another screen open with something else. You can make your calls, contacts. It's really not a bad device. So, you know, it's a 11 megapixel camera. It has low light HDR, 7x zoom. And then you have like your portrait mode, panorama, you got your burst shots. It shoots in 4K video at 60 frames per second. You can also use like Zoom and Skype video conferencing. And the device is unlocked, so it will support eSIM and nano SIM. Actually, let's take a look at the SIM card here. That's what the SIM card looks like. So you can put a nano SIM on there. and it will support eSIM as well. The AT&T models will not support eSIM, so just keep that in mind. And I really like that it has the Type-C charging capabilities. There's no wireless charging or anything like that. Now this is the 256 gig. It doesn't have an SD card slot. It has 6 gigs of RAM. And it has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor. So back in 2020, that was pretty powerful. It's not very powerful compared to what's out there today, but the 855 was like the main processor in 2020, and then the Surface Duo 2 had the 888, which basically came after that. Now there is a pen you can use with this. It is sold separately. It's called the Surface Slim Pen, and it will work with the Surface Duo 1 and the Surface Duo 2. Microsoft also have like dedicated buds, so you can get some earbuds that you can use with it. It's got Bluetooth. Let's check the settings here. That's what we really want to do. We want to check the settings. So yeah, it's got Bluetooth, all that good stuff. And the one thing I wanted to show you was like the security patches. So when you go to About, you can see it's running Android version 12. Most Android devices are on Android 13 now. Apparently this device has been discontinued along with the Surface Duo 2, so I don't think they're going to be getting any more security updates, which is not a good thing. Yep, we got 256 gigs of storage right there. And then this is the battery. We're on 67% now. And you can see right there, it says more than 2 days left on 67%. So that's really good. That's not bad at all. But as far as the security updates goes, that's not really good, because let me take out my S23 Ultra here. As you can see, this is the S23 Ultra. It's running Samsung's One UI. That's a 5.1, but as you can see, it's on Android version 13, and the last update it got was July 1st of 2023. See, Android security patch level. That's July 1st of 2023. The last security patch that this got was like, I think it was like October. Let's check the last security patch on here. Let's go back into the settings. Let's see, security patch. Oh, it doesn't even show it. But if it's running Android 12, the last security patch was probably in 2022. I think that's safe to say. But yeah, this is a really good device. It really uses multitasking the way it should be, and I like the hinge. I like the way it's built. You can see, like, there's no mechanical stuff in the middle, like with the Z Flip and the Z Fold. Now, if I had to rate it 1 out of 10, I would actually give it an 8, because you know, there's no 5G connectivity. This is a 4G only device, And if you travel, in my opinion, you're going to need that 5G connectivity. There's no dual speakers. The speakers, they sound really good. I haven't actually tested them out, but I was listening to like YouTube, and like the single speaker, that's just not going to cut it. Now, when this phone first came out, it was $1,400. It doesn't have an SD card slot, and that's unacceptable. If it had 512 gigabytes, that would have been a different story, but for 128 and 256 at that price, not having an SD card slot is kind of a deal breaker for some people. Now, most people are kind of getting used to not having an SD card slot in their phones, especially with the Z Flip and the Z Fold, but yeah, at $1,400, it should have an SD card slot, especially back in 2020. And the main reason I gave this an 8 is because, you know, it is kind of technically discontinued. Even the version 2 is discontinued, and it's not going to get any more software updates. It's not going to get any more security patches. This is running Android 12. I have no idea if it's going to be upgraded to Android 13. If it does, I'll show you in a later video. But as of now, it's only running Android 12, and it's not going to receive any more security patches. If you're going to be using this for like a business or something like that, I can't officially say what's going to happen if you put all of your personal information on it and it's not getting updated security. 9 times out of 10, something bad does happen if you're not receiving the latest security patches. But other than that, this is a fantastic device. It's built really well. The Surface Duo 2 actually has a camera on the back, which I did not like. I like this design a little bit better because it's very simplistic and sleek looking. And you know, when you open it, everything is working pretty good right now. When the phone first came out, it was very buggy, and you know, when you folded it, the screen just didn't work. But as you can see, you know, I have a screen on this side, and then when I turn it on this side, it's working. So it didn't do that when it first came out. So both screens, they're working perfectly fine. Android 12, I don't know how that's going to go later on down the line, but it has a pretty decent camera. I really like this. And you can pick this device up now for about $300, maybe even less. But I'll drop all of the other specs and features down into the description. Let me know what you think about the Microsoft Surface Duo. I'm going to have some more videos coming up pretty soon. I'm going to thank everybody for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.